Right now, authorities are still trying to figure out who was behind fake 911 calls of active shooters that put several South Carolina schools in crisis mode. More than a dozen schools were impacted across the state yesterday, including several here in our area. Tonight, we are learning more about what happened. WCNC Charlotte's Indira Esquiva live in Lancaster, where a middle school fell victim to this hoax. Indira.
Yeah, good evening, Fred. I'm told 50 law enforcement vehicles responded to South Middle School after someone called 911 and reported an active shooter inside the building. Today, district leaders told me not only was that call a hoax, but they believe it came from inside the school building.
We believe it was a student because the phone call originated from within the school. So, you know, we're confident that it was not a staff member.
The FBI, state, and local agencies are investigating who was behind fake active shooter calls at schools across South Carolina, including in Lancaster, Chesterfield, and Chester counties. In Lancaster County, school leaders believe the idea may have come from social media.
It couldn't be a coincidence that 10 school districts have it. It had to be something that was put out there on social media and then somebody jumped on it.
Bryan Vaughn with Lancaster Schools says the hoax pulled valuable resources away from other parts of the county, creating a vulnerable situation. Tonight, U.S. Representative Ralph Norman says he wants an investigation into what happened and changes to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Everything needs to be looked at and needs to be revamped. This is serious. This is a form of terrorism. And you cannot put up with this. You got to get to the root of it.
Now, I did reach out to SLED and the FBI and several other law enforcement agencies in the area. None of them could confirm who the caller was or where the call came from, as that is still under investigation. Coming up at 6, my conversation with South Carolina's governor and the consequences you may face if you report a hoax intentionally. Live in Lancaster County, Indira Esquiva, WCNC Charlotte.